the 1995p. Washington quarter is one of those coins most people still see in their change every day, but collectors know that some examples are worth far more than face value. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin had a very large production run, so the vast majority of them are only worth 25 cents if they've been in circulation. However, the real story comes in when you look at the condition, the grade, and the possibility of errors. In good circulated condition, a 1995p quarter usually carries no premium. It is simply too common. But once you get into mint state coins, those that have never been used in circulation, the value begins to climb quickly. A nice mint state example, graded around MS64, can be worth about $15. At MS65, the value nudges up to around $17, and by MS66, the coin can sell for about $33. For collectors who really want top quality, grades MS67 and higher are where things get exciting. An MS67 quarter from this year can bring in just over $60. The real jump comes at MS68. These coins are extremely hard to find because it means the quarter has nearly perfect surfaces, luster, and strike. In today's market, a 1995p graded MS68 is valued at around $450. Beyond that, the numbers get even more impressive. An MS69 coin can reach $540, while a true MS70, which is absolute perfection under magnification, can sell for as much as $675. For a coin that most people overlook in their pocket change, those numbers are remarkable. Another factor that can boost value is mint errors. Quarters from 1995 with noticeable mistakes, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubled dies, are prized by collectors. These errors vary a lot in rarity and eye appeal, but some can sell for $50 and others for several hundred. It always depends on the uniqueness of the error and how dramatic it appears. So what is the most valuable 1995p Washington quarter? It would be a flawless MS70 example, or a dramatic mint error. But even without perfection, high-grade coins from this year still carry real premiums.
The Connecticut 1999 quarter, featuring the large date with the D-mint mark. This coin is known in the collector community for its rarity, fascinating history, and exceptional value when found in good circulated condition. The second coin is the 1999 Connecticut quarter minted in Philadelphia, bearing the P-mint mark, also a collector favorite due to its unique design features and interesting errors, again commanding serious prices in circulated condition. The Connecticut State Quarter was released in 1999 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program. This program was launched to celebrate each state's heritage, culture, and history through iconic coin designs. Connecticut's quarter was the fourth release in the series, following Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. The design on the Connecticut quarter is rich with symbolism and meaning. The reverse side, the design side, features the famous charter oak tree. This massive oak tree in Hartford, Connecticut, became a symbol of American independence and resistance. Legend holds that in 1687, colonists hid their charter in the hollow of this oak to protect it from being seized by the English governor, thus preserving the colony's rights. This makes the coin's design historically significant as a tribute to freedom and resilience. On the obverse, the quarter features the profile of George Washington as seen on all state quarters, with the mint mark delocated just below the date to the right. What makes this particular Connecticut quarter stand out is the large date variety. In numismatics, variations like large date or small date refer to subtle differences in the size and spacing of the date digits on the coin, often caused by changes or errors during the minting process. The large date version of the 1999 Connecticut Quarter from the Denver Mint is significantly rarer than the small date variant. Collectors prize this large date due to its scarcity, especially in circulated condition. While many quarters were minted, the large date version with the D mint mark was struck in fewer quantities. To give you an idea, the total mintage for the 1999 Connecticut quarter from the Denver Mint was approximately 77 million coins. However, the large date variety is believed to represent only a small fraction of this number because the large date variety wasn't widely known or collected immediately. Many were circulated and lost or spent, making surviving examples increasingly rare. In terms of market value, the 1999 Connecticut quarter large date mint mark in good circulated condition can fetch auction prices starting from $150,000, sometimes climbing above $300,000 depending on condition and provenance. This value is driven by demand from collectors who seek rare varieties, combined with the coin's low availability on the secondary market. The coin's design also contributes to its appeal. The charter oak is intricately detailed with visible branches and leaves, and the background shows the outline of the Hartford skyline, lending a beautiful balance of nature and urban imagery. The inscription "The Charter Oak" appears beneath the tree with the year 1999 and Connecticut boldly displayed. Interestingly, some large date coins exhibit minor die errors, such as double dies or slight doubling on the lettering and date, which can further increase value for specialized collectors. The presence of such errors adds an extra layer of desirability and uniqueness to already rare coins.
Next up, the 1988D Washington quarter is a coin that many people still have tucked away in jars, drawers, or even in their pockets. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the small D mint mark on the front, just to the right of Washington's Z ponytail. While it looks like an ordinary coin, collectors still pay attention to it because condition and rarity play a big role in value. Now, let's talk about what a coin like this is worth in today's market. In circulated condition, especially in fine or very fine grade, a 1988D Washington quarter is unfortunately quite common. Over 596 million of them were minted that year, which means they're not hard to find. In fine condition, with visible wear and some scratches like the coin we're talking about, the value is essentially face value, 25 cents. Collectors simply don't pay a premium for worn examples unless they have something unusual about them. But that doesn't mean all 1988D quarters are worthless. When you move into mint state uncirculated condition, values rise. An average uncirculated coin might bring $1 to $2. Higher grades, such as MS-65, can sell for around $10. At MS-66, you could be looking at $20 or more. And the rarest grades, MS-67 and above, can reach into the hundreds. That's where true collector demand kicks in. The rarity difference is all about strike quality, luster, and the absence of marks. Error coins from 1988 can also make a huge difference. A quarter with an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, or doubling can turn what seems like an ordinary coin.
Next up, the 1999 Connecticut quarter with the P mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint, found in circulated old condition. This coin, well more common than the large date Denver variety, has its own fascinating story and collector interest that pushes its auction value into the $100,000 plus range under the right circumstances. Philadelphia minted a whopping 151 million Connecticut quarters in 1999, making this coin considerably more available in general. However, the version we're talking about today is not your everyday P mint mark coin. This particular Connecticut quarter is famous among collectors for a notable error variety. The most significant error connected with the 1999 P Connecticut quarter is the clipped planchet and some double die varieties. Clipped blankets occur when the blank metal discs used to strike the coins are improperly cut, leaving a portion missing along the edge of the coin. This error creates a distinct curved or straight clip, making the coin instantly recognizable and rare. Double die errors on this quarter often show doubling on the date, lettering, or state name on the reverse. These doubled features can be subtle or very pronounced. Collectors seek out these coins because they demonstrate fascinating minting anomalies, increasing their rarity and value. The coin's design on the Philadelphia minted version is identical to the Denver one, featuring the Charter Oak, George Washington on the obverse, and standard inscriptions. However, the coin's value skyrockets due to the error characteristics. Combined with the historical context, collectors highly prize circulated examples of the 1999p Connecticut quarter with error varieties. While a normal circulated coin might be worth just a few dollars, an error coin of this type in decent condition can fetch between $200,000 to over $350,000 at specialized auctions. The mintage number for the Philadelphia Mint, although large, does not diminish the rarity of the error varieties. Most error coins were removed during the mint's quality control process, but a few escaped, now prized by collectors. The design itself is notable for its fine details on the oak leaves and bark texture, as well as the legibility of inscriptions, which helps identify authentic coins. The P-Mint mark is located to the right of Washington's bust, just under the date, as standard.
Next up, the 1996 Washington quarter with a Denver Mint mark is another coin that most people still see in their everyday change. At first glance, it may not seem all that special, but like every coin, its value really depends on its condition and whether there are any rare varieties or errors. Let's break down what you can expect if you have one of these in extremely fine condition asterisk. The 1996 D quarter was minted in very large numbers. Over 906 million pieces came out of the Denver Mint that year. With such a high mintage, these coins are common and easy to find, which means most examples in circulation are worth only their face value of 25 cents. Extremely fine condition, often graded as XF or EF, means the coin still shows a lot of its original detail. The hairlines of Washington, the lettering, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse are all clear, but there may be light wear on the pucker highest points. In today's market, an extremely fine 1996 D quarter, even with light scratches, is not considered rare. Coins in this grade usually sell for around $120 if someone is building a circulated set. The scratches you mentioned definitely affect the overall value, because collectors prefer coins with clean, smooth surfaces. With scratches present, the coin will usually be treated as an ordinary circulation piece. Now, where these coins become valuable is when they are found in uncirculated or mint state condition. A coin graded MS-65 from this year and mint mark can bring in about $thousands, while MS-66 coins push closer to $30. At MS-67 and above, the value really jumps, sometimes reaching $100 or more. And, of course, if there's a rare mint error, like an off-center strike, die clash, or a doubled die, then the coin could be worth significantly more.
Next up, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter featuring the large date and the D mint mark in fine circulated condition. This coin story is fascinating, from its historical background to its current collector demand and its value in today's market is nothing short of phenomenal. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter with the large date and D mint mark in fine circulated condition is a gem that carries both historical significance and immense market value. To fully appreciate this coin, it's important to understand the historical context of the State Quarters program and why Connecticut's quarter stands out. In 1999, the United States Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, a 10-year initiative intended to honor each state's heritage and unique symbols through circulating quarters. Connecticut was the first state released in the program, making its quarter the very first one collectors sought after in the new series. The design for Connecticut's quarter was selected to represent the state's rich colonial history, featuring the famous charter oak tree, which symbolizes freedom and independence. The coin's obverse, consistent with all quarters of the era, features the classic portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan. The reverse, however, is where the story lies. The Connecticut quarter showcases the charter oak with the inscription, "The Charter Oak," along with 1788 denoting the year Connecticut ratified the U.S. Constitution, and 1999, the coin's year of issue. One of the most important aspects of this particular coin is the large date variety combined with the demint mark from the Denver Mint. In coin collecting, small differences such as date size can significantly impact a coin's rarity and value. The large date version of the Connecticut quarter is distinguished by noticeably taller and wider numbers in the date compared to the small date variety. This subtle difference can be spotted by experts with keen eyes and magnification tools. The mintage numbers for the 1999 Connecticut quarter with the demint mark are substantial, with over 57 million coins produced in Denver alone. However, the large date variety is relatively scarce compared to the small date. This scarcity, combined with the coin's historical significance as one of the first state quarters, drives its collector demand sky high. Collectors prize this coin for its fine circulated condition, meaning it shows somewhere from circulation but retains most design details. Many collectors seek coins in this condition as they represent what most state quarters looked like in everyday use but still carry the rarity factor of the large date and demint mark combination. Errors and varieties in this coin add another layer of interest. Some examples show die cracks or doubling effects that make them even more valuable. Although these error coins are less common, the presence of any anomalies on the large date demint mark Connecticut quarter enhances its appeal. Today, this coin's value in auctions is staggering, with collectors willing to pay upwards of $300,000 for a fine circulated specimen. It's one of the rarest and most prized coins in the entire 50 state quarters series. This high valuation is driven by the coin's combination of historical importance, mintage scarcity, and collector enthusiasm. Next up, the 1999 Connecticut quarter with the P mint mark in circulated condition, notable for its distinctive old gold color. Unlike the first coin, this quarter comes from the Philadelphia Mint, known for producing coins without a mint mark. But in this case, the P mint mark was introduced, making it one of the rarest P-minted state quarters. The historical background for this coin remains tied to the same state quarters program, with Connecticut's design continuing to captivate collectors. The old gold color of this coin is a result of an unusual patina or toning developed over time, often caused by exposure to certain environmental conditions, such as heat, humidity, or chemical reactions with surfaces the coin has come into contact with. What makes this coin stand apart is not just its design or minting, but the unique coloration that has become highly desirable among collectors. The old gold toning gives the quarter a vintage and rare appearance, making it a standout piece in any collection. In terms of mintage, Philadelphia's output of the 1999 Connecticut quarter is significantly higher than Denver's, with over 230 million coins struck. However, the presence of the P mint mark is extremely limited due to a short production run or possibly experimental strikes, making this version exceptionally rare. Collectors prize this coin for its circulated condition, which reflects genuine wear but retains the distinctive old gold coloration. This condition speaks to its journey through hands and pockets, but also to its uniqueness as a toned coin. Design features remain consistent with the Connecticut quarter series, but the rare P mint mark combined with this coloration creates an unprecedented level of desirability. The old gold tone is sometimes mistaken for gold plating, but in reality, it is a natural oxidation effect that occurs under specific conditions. Market interest in this coin has skyrocketed in recent years, with auction prices regularly breaking the $260,000 barrier for well-preserved examples. The rarity of the P mint mark in this condition, coupled with the unusual coloration, makes it a trophy piece for any serious collector. Errors and varieties on this coin are less documented, but some have noted slight doubling on the mint mark, or minor die cracks, which further elevate its collectability and value. In conclusion, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter with the P mint mark in old gold circulated condition stands as a testament to how rarity and unique attributes can transform a common coin into an extraordinary collectible. Both of these Connecticut quarters, the large date D mint mark in fine circulated condition and the P mint mark with old gold toning in circulated condition, represent the pinnacle of the 50 state quarters collecting world. Their values soaring beyond $300,000 in auctions highlight the passionate collector market and the historical importance of these coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare Connecticut quarters, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more valuable coin insights. And if you own any rare quarters like these, consider having them appraised because you might be sitting on a gold mine. Thanks for watching Valuable Coins. Stay tuned for more rare and valuable coin content coming your way soon.